Good day everyone. I am Mark J. Gutanggogan, taking the Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics, and I am here to present to you the readings in World Englishes. So my group mates assigned me to cover this topic. Before we start, we must know the objectives of this report. So they are to know how to apply the value of readings in the world Englishes in the 21st century. Second one is apply these practices in this chaotic world in an ethical process. The next one is the definition of terms. So first, let's define what is vocabulary, or a list of difficult or unfamiliar words with an explanation of their meanings, accompanying a piece of specialist or foreign language text. The next one is precondition, a condition that must be fulfilled before other things can happen or be done. The next one is predominant, a present as the strongest or main element, or in sentence is its predominant color was white. The next one is the remarkable, worthy or of attention or striking or so let's use this in a sentence. A remarkable coincidence. So that's the example of it. Going forward, let's move on to the introduction, or World Englishes deals with this in its capable result of colonization and globalization from a social and linguistic perspective. The main focus of the book is on the second language varieties of English that have developed in the former British colonies of East and West Africa, the Caribbean, South and Southeast Asia. So in this context, the language of English has the second language, so meaning their native language in their entire country was the first one to describe.
Delectable donuts with marshmallow filling. Discover Dewy Delectables.
So for the next one is, let's define what is the difference between World English and World Englishes. So let's first define the World English versus World Englishes. World English refers to the English language as a lingua franca used in business, trade, diplomacy, and other spheres of global activity, while World Englishes refers to the different varieties of English and English-based creoles developed in different regions in the world. Now let's move on to the World Englishes. The term World Englishes refers to the differences in the English language that emerge as it is used in various contexts across the world. Scholars of World Englishes identify the varieties of English used in different sociolinguistic contexts, analyzing their history, background, function, and influence. So they study well the background and the theory, or the main theory or history of the Englishes. One is World Englishes. So what are they? World Englishes, or WES, challenge the native or non-native speaker distinction. A binary pair Jennifer Jenkins refers to as a tired old dichotomy or 414, and aim to democratize and hegemonize variant practices of English language, writing, and speaking. These approaches critically acknowledge the legacies of British imperialism and contemporary globalization in the spread of English, as well as the ways communicators and their communities of practice reshape multiple Englishes to negotiate different audiences, attain their own goals, and even create literary masterpieces. WES, or World Englishes, in addition to other fields of inquiry such as English as a second language, or ESL, English as a foreign language, and English as a lingua franca, is richly multidisciplinary. It bridges fields such as post-colonial theory, applied linguistics, creative writing, composition, pedagogy, and others. In addition to this interdisciplinary potential, we are interested in how the World English's approaches enrich the writing and communication program's commitment to student learning through its multimodal approach to communication. With their focus on how users negotiate or shuttle between multiple languages and cultures in a specific context. World Englishes are deeply rhetorical and knowledge of English varieties across communities, professions, regions, or countries is invaluable to the citizens of our increasingly global society. The conclusion was World English has been defined as a phase in the history of the English language. This phase has witnessed the transformation of English from the mother tongue of the handful of nations to a language being used by far more speakers in non-mother tongue settings. The changes that have accompanied this spread, the multiplicity of varieties, result not from the faulty and imperfect learning of the non-mother tongue speakers, but from the nature of the process of microacquisition, language spread, and change. That's all for today, and I hope you learned something from my report. Thank you.
Ang nisan ramen, katakam-takam. Sa bawat langhap at lasa, damang-dama ang sarap. Gawang nisin, sarap nisin.